The Mazda CX-70 is Mazda's two-row take on its largest SUV, trading a third row for five-seat comfort and a cabin that punches above its class. Buyers should know it leans upscale and driver-focused rather than budget-friendly, so weigh refinement and handling against everyday practicality before you sign anything.
The CX-70 is the CX-90 without the third row, and it wears that relationship openly. Kodo design language gives it a long dash-to-axle ratio, a deep-set grille, and body sides that catch light in broad, unbroken sweeps rather than creases. Length measures roughly 201.6 inches on a 68-inch tall body, so it reads long and low for the segment. Mazda leaned into a blacked-out theme with gloss black emblems, black rear liftgate badging, a black honeycomb grille, 21-inch black metal finish alloy wheels on the entry trim, a roof spoiler, roof rails, and an inline-6 fender badge. LED headlights with auto-leveling, LED daytime running lamps, and LED taillights are standard. Reaction is genuinely split. One reviewer described the shape as clean and flowing, if slightly slab-sided, while noting that several onlookers disliked it without being able to say why. The absence of aggressive surfacing is the point. Mazda is chasing restraint rather than drama, which reads as premium to some buyers and anonymous to others.
The gas CX-70 uses Mazda's eSkyActiv G 3.3-liter turbocharged inline-6 with a 48-volt M hybrid boost mild hybrid system, an increasingly rare configuration in a segment that has largely downsized to 4 cylinders. 2 states of tune are offered. The 3.3 turbo produces 280 horsepower and 332 pounds-feet of torque. The 3.3 Turbo S steps up to 340 horsepower and 369 pounds-feet. Both route through an 8-speed automatic with manual shift mode and standard iActive all-wheel drive with rear bias torque distribution. Kinematic posture control and MyDrive modes, including sport and off-road, are standard across the range. Towing is 3,500 pounds on the base preferred trim and 5,000 pounds on every other gas trim with the appropriate towing package. Curb weight sits near 4,900 pounds. Mazda has refined the mild hybrid calibration and shift logic, smoothing low-speed transitions and sharpening downshifts in sport mode, and upper trims add a tow-haul mode.
Crash performance is the CX-70's strongest single credential. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has awarded the CX-70 its Top Safety Pick Plus designation, the organization's highest, with good ratings in the small overlap front test, the updated moderate overlap front test, and the updated side test, plus acceptable or good standard headlights and acceptable or good pedestrian front crash prevention. Notably, no submarining of the rear seat dummy was observed in the updated moderate overlap test, the metric that has tripped up many competitors. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has awarded a 5-star overall rating, with particularly strong side impact results and high marks in frontal crash and rollover resistance. Mazda's iActiv suite is standard, covering smart brake support, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, adaptive cruise, high beam control, and driver attention monitoring. A 360-degree view monitor arrives at Premium Plus. Buyers should verify current year IIHS award status, which is reevaluated annually under tightening criteria. Inside is where Mazda most convincingly outpunches its price bracket. The dashboard is horizontally organized and low, materials are soft touch where hands land, and higher trims add quilted Nappa leather, suede-look dash inserts, and available red Nappa upholstery that genuinely looks like a $70,000 interior. Space is generous for 5, roughly 41.7 inches of front legroom and about 39.4 inches in the second row, with rear headroom near 38.5 inches and 56 inches of rear shoulder room. Passenger volume is approximately 141.6 cubic feet. Standard and available comfort content runs deep. Ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, a heated steering wheel, tri-zone automatic climate control, a panoramic moonroof, second-row window sunshades, remote folding rear seats, and a hands-free power liftgate on select trims. Owners consistently describe the seats as comfortable over long distances.
Mazda Connect runs on a 12.3-inch center display paired with a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a color head-up display on upper trims. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, along with Alexa built-in, multiple USB-C ports, and a wireless charging pad with improved cooling. The system is controlled primarily through the rotary commander knob on the console. Touch input is enabled for smartphone mirroring, but not for Mazda's native menus while moving, a deliberate distraction reduction choice that reviewers either respect or find infuriating. Several owners have explicitly asked Mazda to make the screen fully touch-capable and to simplify menu structure. Audio steps up to a 12-speaker Bose system on premium trims and above. A handful of owners report Android Auto audio skipping in the first minutes of a drive.
The CX-70 offers 39.6 cubic feet behind the second row and 75.3 cubic feet with the 60/40 rear seats folded. More behind-the-row volume than a Lexus RX, and in maximum configuration, competitive with some three-row SUVs. The practical details are well judged. The liftover height is a low 31.3 inches, the opening is wide, wheel well intrusion is minimal at 42 inches between the arches, and cargo length to the seatbacks measures 50.1 inches. Underfloor storage adds 3 deep square compartments plus a full-width bin for longer items. The recurring criticism from owners is that the load floor sits high, so the box feels shallower than the raw number suggests, and the CX-70 does not use its 202 inches of length as efficiently as some rivals do.
Reviewers repeatedly describe body control and balance that defy convention for a nearly 4,900-pound SUV, with steering precision more typically found in luxury crossovers, and a chassis that feels planted and genuinely enjoyable on a good road. The trade-off is a firmer ride than most rivals, though testers generally judge it comfortable rather than harsh, with no real impact harshness. One reviewer noted slight on-center steering play, possibly an alignment issue on that specific car. Mazda retuned rear suspension damping recently to improve composure on broken pavement, particularly when loaded. The inline-6 draws praise for revving with silky precision and producing an authentic growl under load. Owners report the cabin is quiet and stable at speed, though wind noise becomes noticeable above roughly 75 miles per hour.
EPA ratings are the CX-70's weakest column. The 3.3 turbo is rated at 24 miles per gallon city, 28 miles per gallon highway, and 25 miles per gallon combined. The 3.3 Turbo S drops to 23 miles per gallon city, 28 miles per gallon highway, and 25 miles per gallon combined. That is respectable for a 280 to 340 horsepower 6 with standard all-wheel drive, but it is not class-leading compared with 4-cylinder and hybrid competitors, and the mild hybrid system delivers less benefit than the badge implies. Several owners report highway returns falling short of the 28 mpg estimate at sustained speeds above 75 miles per hour. The Turbo S also asks for premium fuel to reach its full 340 horsepower output. For buyers whose priority is running cost rather than driving character, the plug-in hybrid or a rival hybrid deserves a look.
Mazda's coverage is competitive, but not a selling point. The CX-70 carries a 3-year or 36,000-mile new vehicle limited warranty and a 5-year or 60,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and multi-year corrosion perforation protection. That trails Hyundai and Kia, whose 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain terms remain the segment benchmark, and it matches rather than beats Honda and Toyota. Mazda has, however, built a strong recent reliability reputation, and the CX-70's mechanical hardware is shared with the CX-90, meaning the platform has real fleet mileage behind it. Buyers planning to keep the vehicle past 60,000 miles should price an extended service plan before signing, particularly given the turbocharged 6 and 48-volt hardware.
Recent model pricing ranged approximately $44,200–$800 for the 3.3 Turbo Preferred, $48,310 for Premium,
$51,100 for Premium Plus, $54,770 for the Turbo S Premium, and $58,200 for the Turbo S Premium Plus, before a destination charge of roughly $1,645. Mazda applied a modest mid-cycle increase of $200 to $500 across the range, so expect 2027 figures to land at or slightly above these numbers. That positions a loaded CX-70 near $60,000, steep for a Mazda badge, and the source of the most common critique of the car. The mechanically near-identical CX-90 costs similar money and adds a third row. The counter-argument is that the CX-70 delivers a genuinely more engaging drive and a nicer interior than anything else at this price without a luxury nameplate. For most buyers, the mid-range premium trim represents the sweet spot, adding the features that matter most without the Turbo S Premium.